Whether you're a blueberry fanatic or a mom looking for a breakfast that your kids will actually eat, today's recipe is for you. We're gonna whip up blueberry crumble bars today, and this recipe is really a cinch, guys. You don't have to be a baker or have any pre-kitchen qualifications to slam out a perfect rendition of these bars. The crust is buttery, crumbly, and super soft, and the interior houses this ooey-gooey blueberry filling. It's just the right amount of sweet, so you don't have to feel guilty for giving it to the kids first thing in the morning. Best of all, it's so easy to make. The food processor is one of my all-time favorite secret weapons when it comes to the kitchen. Now, if you don't have a food processor, you can still make this crust, and it's really not difficult. You'll just need a large mixing bowl and a pastry blender. Number one, going into the bowl, all-purpose flour. And y'all, don't worry about keeping track of any measurements here. This recipe is available at theanthonykitchen.com. You'll just type in blueberry bars in the search bar and you can click to print. This is some sugar going into the bowl now. Gonna add some salt. And next, going into the bowl, baking powder. This is just gonna give the bars a little lift. Now we'll pop on the lid and we're just gonna pulse it just a few times, just until everything is nice and combined. Next, I'm just gonna cut up some cold butter and some cold shortening into little cubes. It's really important, guys, when you're adding fats to a pastry dough that they're going in cold. So make sure that the butter and shortening are good and chilled. Pop the lid back on, and what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna pulse it until this looks like it's really good and mixed in. As soon as it starts to look like little teeny tiny rugged pea shapes in there, you know you're good to go. It doesn't take long. Next, you'll need one large egg, crack it right into the bowl, followed by about a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And then we'll whisk it together, add this to the bowl of the food processor. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna process it until the dough starts to come together. This is looking great. I'm gonna set it aside and show y'all how to whip together that easy blueberry filling. So here we have about 4 cups of blueberries washed and dried. These are fresh blueberries. I really would encourage you to stick with fresh. If you go with frozen, they're gonna have a higher water content and it could affect the consistency of your filling. And we want a really thick ooey-gooey blueberry filling. First, going into the bowl with the blueberries, we're gonna do about 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. Now we're gonna add some cornstarch. After the sugar and the cornstarch are in the bowl, we're going to add about a teaspoon of lemon zest. Now remember to zest your lemons before you juice them because it is almost impossible to do it the other way around. Now I'm just gonna cut it in half. I'm kind of just squeezing the lemon and then using my hand to catch any seeds that are trying to fall through. All that's left is to stir it all together. Just give it a toss until those blueberries are nice and coated in that cornstarch and sugar. Filling, check. Crust, check. Now we just need to grease our casserole dish. Grab your 9 by 13 inch casserole dish. Get yourself some non-stick cooking spray and give it a good coating. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add just enough of this dough here to coat the bottom of the pan. And you don't want to use it all because you're going to need some for the topping as well. So once you think you have enough in there, it'll be about 2/3 of the mix. You want to just start pushing it down. And if you can get it to evenly cover the bottom of the pan, you're good to go. Okay, so the bottom is down. The blueberries are going to go on top. Just want to spread this into an even layer. Now it's time to just add that topping. You want it to stay crumbly, so you don't want to do too much pinching or mashing together here when you're adding the crumble. I will say blueberries are probably one of my all-time favorite fruits. And if y'all are fruit fanatics, we have done so much with fruit on this YouTube channel so far. So be sure to subscribe before you go so that you can stay up to date on all of our new releases. All right, y'all, now they're gonna go into a 375-degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes, just until this top is golden and brown and these blueberries are just bubbling up all along the sides. I cannot wait to show y'all the finished product. The bars are ready. Give them anywhere 20 to 30 minutes to set up until they're just warm to the touch, and then we can slice into them and take a bite. Now, if I were saving these for a make-ahead freezer-friendly treat, I would let them cool all the way down to room temperature before I cut into them. You don't want to put them into the freezer warm. But since I'm ready to take a bite right now, we'll go ahead and cut into them. I'm gonna make 3 cuts going across lengthwise. Okay, now I'm gonna take it down the middle, and then I'll make 2 more cuts on either side. Now, if you let them cool all the way to room temperature, you're looking at a handheld treat. If you're gonna eat them warm out of the pan, ready the plate and get your fork. Check it out, guys. This might be better than blueberry pie. You can see we've got this beautiful golden crumbly topping. This blueberry filling is just oozing out of the sides. I cannot wait to take a bite. Good morning to me. Let's see how we did. That crust is so buttery and so soft. Lots of blueberry flavor with just a little hint of lemon coming through. So that's it for today. If y'all are gonna try these bars, comment below, let me know how they turn out for you. Remember, you can get the written recipe at theanthonykitchen.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Anthony Kitchen. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell so that you'll receive notifications every time we post a new recipe. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'll catch you next time.